crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning hornets. Here's your sip of chaga coffee. A couple things. First of all, talked to Cliff, and yes, he has removed all his videos from YouTube. He's not on Twitter anymore. He didn't like the censorship. It was all crazy, and he just took everything off. So he's fine. He's working away at building a flying RV, which I'm looking forward to. But no, he's fine. He has just removed himself from the bad guy's stronghold, basically. That's the way I see it. But he's fine. Don't worry. Cliff is good. But I do want to talk about silver and cryptos and what's going on today, the electoral college votes. No, it's not the end of the line. Actually, January 6th is when the votes are opened up in Congress, and they can object to it, which obviously, if Biden wins, the Republicans will object, and if Trump wins, the Democrats will object. And nothing really is set in stone final over until January 20th. But obviously, the more hurdles that Trump tries to break down, the less chance. I think 99% chance Trump will still be president, believe it or not. Just because I know he's got so many aces up his sleeve, he can play them at any time. Anywhere, anything from, you name it, from the pedophilia rings to you name it. He could play any of those cards at any time if need be. I don't think he needs them. I think all the conspiracy guys saying, yeah, this is all a plan. Trump's got, his 5D chess. I absolutely think that's true. Otherwise, he would have played all his cards by now. So I'm not worried. And like Jenny Moonstone said, this is going to come down to the wire. So I think today, the electoral votes, I think everybody will say, oh, that's it. Biden won. And then January 6th, they open them up. And then voila, a surprise. Nobody knows. But there will be objections. And then if it does come down to objections, they take a vote. And it's the Senate gets... So each state has 2 senators, so they get 2 votes. In the House, each state gets 1 vote. Not all the House representatives, just 1 vote per state, and there's more Republican states. Now, mind you, there would have to be absolute solid evidence for them to overturn the electoral votes, because that's a pretty big deal. But if it is revealed between now and then how unfit Biden is to be president and how criminal everything was, then who knows? Anyway, that's my take on the election. But when you think about it, think about the gold and cryptos. I would say gold, silver, and cryptos. I would say if Biden wins, gold, silver, and cryptos go absolutely bonkers right away. Right away. Because that's the end of America, the destruction of America. Biden wants to hand everything over to China. He's going to, Janet Yellen as Treasury Secretary, the world's dumbest human being. I've met her as Treasury Secretary. She's easily controlled. That's why they want to put her there. The idea is to destroy America through massive money printing. And that's what will happen. So definitely load up on your gold and silver. Now, cryptos, think about the crypto cabal, the pedophile cabal, all that. They would, the guys who run Tether, they would love a Biden presidency. Oh my God, he's one of their own. So you'll see cryptos go absolutely bonkers apeshit. That's what you get if Biden wins. So hang on to your hats. If Trump wins, you've got chaos in America, the world's reserve currency, the government's in chaos if it's overturned, so to speak. Either way, I think we're going to get chaos. But Trump is obviously much better at market rigging. So you'd probably have a little slower advance of the gold, silver, and cryptos. Steve Mnuchin's been floating ideas of locking down cryptos, making sure everybody, all the wallets are controlled that individuals have money in. Is that really America, Steve Mnuchin? It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what America says. It doesn't matter what any government says when it comes to cryptos, a good crypto. Obviously, it makes it harder. We'd probably have a little bump down, but cryptos were invented because government sucks. So no, it won't matter in the long run. He can't control any wallet. The U.S. government can't control wallets. So there you have it. So I'd say, but either way, I think we're looking at the death of the dollar, and the death of the dollar is going to be very, very, very good for gold, silver, and cryptos. All three of them. I mean, if you're ranking them, I think immediately silver is going to pop. Silver will break the back of the bankers, and thus we have the banking collapse all around January 6th. We can't have $50, $100 silver trading on the comics because the shorts, there's a new short in town, according to Ted. I think it's the entity that I had talked about, BlackRock and Virtu Financial working together hand in hand, but we'll see. Wouldn't be a bad thing to destroy BlackRock, in my opinion. So the good guys have this all in control. It's tough to call. The only thing we can be sure of is massive chaos for the U.S. dollar. If it was traded freely, it's not. It's on computer controls also. Stock market's on computer controls. I do think the stock market will freeze, as the crypto viewing guys saw. Stock market, bond market, crypto market, gold and silver markets all just freeze. The computers just go bang and just freeze together. High frequency traders collapsing. Everything going haywire between now and January 20th. So, hey, good luck out there to all of us. It's a beautiful thing. It's a birthing process, as Jenny says, and we're ready for it. Doesn't mean it's going to go smoothly. Doesn't mean we're going to survive, as Cliff says. When I asked him at the Litecoin Summit, will we survive this transition, humanity? And he said, to be determined. This is the kind of stuff we need to get through. Ultimately, I think Trump and the good guys will survive, will win. I think at that point, if he does take down the bad guys, I will be all for it. And then he will have to figure out how to move forward without rigging markets. So I do think the collapse will happen anyway. If he moves forward with market rigging, he turns into the number one enemy of the road to Ruta. I'm sorry, we cannot build a strong country and a sound base on a fraudulent monetary system. We've tried that for the last 110 years, and it has failed miserably. But I think Trump knows that, and the last thing I'm going to give him the slack for is he needed to do it to take out the bad guys. I think within the next couple months is the last chance he has to do that. And then I will be the biggest Trump lover or the biggest Trump hater, depending on what he does going forward after that. And don't say, oh, it's better for the people. That's bullshit. They've been saying it's better for the people to control the monetary system since 1913, my friend. And no, we are 50,000 times worse than if you dealt with the problem back in 1913. When they found the gold in the Grand Canyon, they created the Federal Reserve to wash over a gigantic problem. Because we were on a gold standard back then. It would have overthrown governments. The rich would no longer be rich. It was massive centralization of money, whoever controlled that gold. And that's why Woodrow Wilson created the Federal Reserve and locked up all the gold in the Grand Canyon. And ever since then, they've been locking up gold all around the world. So, and silver, there's so much less silver than what JP Morgan tells you is in their vault. How many of those bars are real? How many have been rehypothecated 10 times? How many have pledges against them? I would say every single one of them. How many are molybdenum filled? a hell of a lot of them. Same with gold. Make sure when you buy your silver, don't buy gold. Don't buy gold. If you have gold, swap it for 70 pieces of silver, 75 pieces of silver. And make them small denominations. The best is pre-1965 coinage. Why? Because it's recognizable. It's hard to counterfeit because there's so little. I mean, you can tell you have a fake dime versus a fake 100-ounce bar. So, yeah, that's my take. Swap your gold for silver. Make sure you get your silver. Silver right now is traded at $24. They're still fighting the battle at 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average. That's Virtu Financial. Vincent Viola is running that criminal organization along with the Exchange Stabilization Fund. Steve Mnuchin, BlackRock especially. BlackRock is probably the new short. We haven't identified who it is yet, but there is a new one. I think they went short 4,000 contracts, 20 million ounces, to keep the price where it is. I'm not worried. I know the good guys have more firepower than that. Ultimately, the end game for the banking system is the explosion in the price of silver and to destroy the banking cabal. So keep an eye on that. We're getting to the nitty gritty. And there's a great interview. My good friend Jason at 4 at Realist News chatted for 2 hours with the king himself, Yoda Woo Woo Dude. I have talked to Woo Woo Dude many times. Awesome man. He's a wonderful spirit. I mean, you spend half the time laughing with him, which I love, but he's also connected spiritually. Listen to that interview. I absolutely agree with Rich. That's Woo Woo Dude's real name. That it's going to be chaotic for the next couple months, but we will pull through it. Probably by the end of the year, we're going to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, maybe. Definitely by the 6th, that Trump gets in. But remember, half the country's going to be pissed off unless there's sound, obvious proof. And then they'll probably call for a new election, and a new election, Trump would win. I like the new election idea because you can use that new voting system that the Postal Service patented, the blockchain voting system. And we can find out, finally, who really wins these congressional seats and all that. I think 3/4 will be arrested, either put in jail or executed for treason of Congress and of your local governor and all that. They are bad people, not good people. And everybody who broke the law or attempted to break the law should go to jail. That's the world we live in, or should live in. It hasn't been like that for over a century. But hey, it's time to clean house. So we will find out. So if you own gold, silver, or cryptos, if Biden wins, you'd probably be better off sooner. If Trump wins, you'll be better off longer. For a longer period of time, and we'll be free. And then Trump, I would fight him if he continues to try to rig the market. I would fight him verbally. Don't get all upset, CIA or Secret Service. I don't think he would, though. I think Trump had to do what he had to do for the past 4 years, had to let these criminals expose themselves, and now he needs to let the market crash, clean out all their bullshit, because they have all the money, my friends. I hate to tell you. They got everything. And he needs to confiscate their money. The only way to do that, because it's all hidden away in little hidey holes all over the world. You can't get to it, but you can destroy the old money and create the new money. And that's what the road to Rudo was all about. The new money in the U.S., at least, will definitely include gold. And I think that's awesome. I'll like gold a lot more. I don't like it as an investment because I know there's millions of tons, not 200,000 tons. But I do love it as a form of money. It always has been a form of money in the U.S., along with cryptos, because obviously gold is not good when it's you're not going to walk around with stacks of gold. Although remember the Road to Ruta documents came out in 2007 showed a little girl cashing in 19 gold coins at a bank for physical cash. That was before cryptos, and now we have cryptos, decentralized money. Bravo cryptos. How are cryptos doing there? All right, Bitcoin's up over 19 Everything took a little bit of a hit, except, of course, Theta. My God, Theta is massively undervalued, but it's still climbing the charts. Last I looked, it was number 41. Let's take a look at where it is now. 37 and climbing. It's at 75 cents, 745 million market cap. So many plans for Theta, my friends. Oh, by the way, Theta Fuel's starting to run. I do not know where the relationship between Theta and Theta Fuel should be landing. Those of you who have Theta and have staked it, and gone to Road to Ruta and went through that easy process to stake your Theta, hang on to it. Earning Theta Fuel right now might not seem economically justified, but wait till Theta Fuel moves up. And if you're going to buy Theta Fuel, yeah, that might be a good idea. But there's also other things that Theta has that Theta Fuel does not have. I mean, everybody's going to have Theta Fuel. Not everybody's going to have Theta Guardian node creating Theta Fuel. And I think they'll continue to expand the amount of Theta Fuel out there as new things are added, because the Theta blockchain is the best blockchain in the world, by far. And it is kicking ass right now, and will continue to kick ass. So, yes, get your Theta. Start building your Theta Fuel piles. I don't know if Theta Fuel should be 20 to 1 or 100 to 1. That relationship will change with a lot of things that are going down. I am analyzing it. I'm studying it. Theta Fuel's extremely volatile, and a lot of crypto people love that. So it'll go up 20% and down 20% and be volatile all over the place. You definitely want a little bit of both. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because there's things that can happen on the Theta Fuel side that, they can always expand that. They've just expanded at 2 to 4%. With a burning mechanism that I'm not sure I totally understand yet. It's supposed to be the burning mechanism. It's supposed to be only for the Theta Edge for buying, the broadband, but I don't know how they can do that. But hey, that's why they put it off till April 21st is when that kicks in, and Theta Fuel staking, and how would that relationship deal with? I don't know, and I don't even know if it'll pass muster with all the Theta community. And the Theta community is awesome, and they're really hell of a smart. But the guys at Theta Labs are 50 times smarter than any group I've ever seen. So they're not going to do anything to hurt Theta. They're not going to do anything to hurt Theta Fuel. They're going to do everything they can to expand the network, and so that everybody gets to benefit from the technology that they invented. Broadband sharing is absolutely necessary in the future. So all that, what does that mean? Get as much Theta as you can, and stake it, and start earning Theta Fuel, and pile up the Theta Fuel. That's been the Road to Ruta call since it ICO'd at it didn't ICO when it first started trading. It's another beauty. It didn't ICO. First started trading at 14 cents or something, went down to 5 cents. The plan has been buy as much as you can. This is the Internet 2.0. We're probably in 2001 will be 1991 for the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web was introduced in 1990. It took 2 or 3 years for people to even use it, and then 10 years for it to get fast enough so that it was useful. Maybe not 10 years, maybe 6 or 7 years. And remember the little thing? It used to go, boop, boop, boop. You've got mail. All that stuff. Those are the old days. We're still in the early days of this for Theta and broadband sharing. So it's going to be a little while longer before the world finds out about it. But the problem is, and I think the Theta team knows this, is that the internet is running out of room rapidly. So the world needs Theta. Now, people have asked me, well, why didn't Samsung just put it on every TV? I think they will. 200 million smart TVs are sold every year. That's 200 million. And don't forget, the Theta, the Edge node is software that goes on your computer or on your smart TV or on your smart refrigerator. So yeah, I'm not worried that not enough people are going to be running the program. No, this is the solution to the broadband issue going forward, especially this year and next year. So yes, I do believe that Theta is going up into the thousands, and Michelle White-Dove called it absolutely correctly, 2 to 3 thousand, and I have it going 5 or 6 years, 2 to 3 thousand, but it could be faster than that. It'd be a lot faster than that, especially when the world finds out, oh my God, we have a problem, and that problem is not enough bandwidth. So there's your 50 millionth sales pitch on why you should buy, store, and stake Theta. I teach you how to do that at roadtoruta.com at the Theta page. And I have a valuation analysis there where I break down how and why and how important other things that are massively important to the world when it comes to Theta and universal basic income and stuff like that. No, we don't need governments to give us universal basic income. We don't need governments for anything, which is kind of good because we're not going to have a trustworthy government very soon. So we don't need governments for money. We don't need governments for healthcare. We don't need governments for anything. They are the problem, not the solution. So there you have it. That's the road to Ruta take. Free humanity, buy some Theta. And if you want to know more about roadtoruta.com, go to roadtoruta.com and hit some. Well, first of all, sign up for the free updates. Again, everybody, all my friends are getting kicked off YouTube. I'm going to get kicked off YouTube at some point. The only way to get where I'm going is to go to roadtoruta.com and sign up for the free public road updates. I'll send you an email almost every day with some comments and a link to the video or whatever I'm doing. Okay, go to roadtoruta.com, fill out the form on the left, free subscription public road updates. I heard a lot of people got dumped off of it for some reason. I don't know why. Go put your name and email address in there anyway if you're not getting the emails anymore from me. Some people will forward it my email and people hit unsubscribe because they didn't want to hear it. They just got it from somebody else and then they just hit unsubscribe, which unsubscribes the original person's email. It's a little complicated. So go check it out just to check up and see if you're getting my emails every day, you're good. If you're not and you want to get them, the free emails, go to roadtoruta.com, put your name and email address in there. And if you want to join the private road, get access to the Theta page and over 3,000 pages of an article. If you want to find out if there's gold in the Grand Canyon, go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today. And oh, by the way, with a 1-year subscription, I will send you 25 Theta and 25 Theta fuel for every Road to Ruta subscription or renewal. And yeah, if Michelle White-Dove is correct, this is $25,000 plus the extra Theta fuel in your pocket at some point down the line. If Michelle White-Dove is correct, the world's best psychic. I wouldn't say she's the world's best psychic. She just won all the contests, so how else do you judge the world's best psychic? Yeah, I would say it. She's wonderful. She opened our eyes to Theta many years ago. She continues to teach the world about cryptos and all the other stuff. Definitely go on to Patreon and join Michelle White-Dove's Patreon channel. And yeah, it's really exciting time. I am not scared about the future. I do think Trump will ultimately, I don't know if he'll win. I don't think Biden will become president. I think we should have a revote and get new, arrest the criminals. First thing, Trump will probably get in, arrest the criminals, and then we have a revote. How about that? We should have arrested the criminals from day one, and every day they're not arrested is a bad day for America. So hopefully a lot of that will happen over the next month or so. But hang on tight. Welcome to year 0. It's almost over, year 0. Year 1 is going to be even crazier, but at least we see a light at the end of the tunnel after January, I believe. Any way you slice it, get your hands on silver, get your hands on Theta and other cryptos, Litecoin. If the governments get into disarray, the banks go down, Litecoin will be the right coin. There's a bunch of good cryptos, but there's a bunch of shit cryptos as well. And governments are going to be coming down on the shit criminals either way you look at it. But cryptos are definitely our future. That's it. This is Bix Weir, roadtour.com. I'll talk to you.
Well, here's a true story about a man just like you. He worked his whole life, he was honest and true. Built up a nest egg the way they said to. Invest in the market, money works for you. And everything is fine, picking the winners every time. Started to believe he can make dollars out of dime. Little did he know he's being primed for a fall. The riggers let you play, then the riggers steal the ball. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. Got to shut down exchanges, trade one for one. We want free markets, well, our work's just begun. Free markets are the road to freedom. Capitalism, not as bad as they say. The world has never tried it, rigging markets every day. Socialists fail every time in every way. Need a better system to forge a better day. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. We gotta shut down exchanges till they trade one for one. We want free markets, our work's just begun. Free markets are the road to freedom. I said free markets are the road to freedom. Crypto solution, if only done right. We can take out the liars, bring dark into light, and trust in the math, not the people who lie. I think we can make it if we give it a try. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. We gotta shut down exchanges till they trade one for one. We want free markets, our work's just begun. 'Cause free markets are the road to freedom. I said free markets are the road to freedom. Free markets are the road to freedom.